Hey, Happy New Year. It's Elisa. I'm here to do a New Year's reading. It's been a while since I've done any readings. It's like almost like I've been off the grid, just like processing everything that's been happening. I went back and looked to see what the reading was for last year, and it was called An Epic Reset. I'm going to link it up here. But that seems like really appropriate. So, um, like, this is going to be a reading for the year, so a 2024 reading. But like one thing that I got while I was kind of like getting ready to like shuffling and everything for 2024 is like 2023 was almost like a deconstruction year where it was like a breakdown of everything that was not working and like paving the way to sort of like this new beginning, which is kind of like 2024. So I feel like this sort of new thing is coming online. It's like we had to break everything down, the epic reset, and now there's like a reconstruction that's starting to happen. And that's what I think the theme of 2024 is going to be. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Okay, so all this stuff just came out and I'm going to take it. So we got the Chariot, seizing the reins, taking control. We got the Eight of Pentacles. So this is a card of like your work or like what you do for a living. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles, like generational wealth, abundance, stability. And then we have the Knight of Wands. So from all of that, what I'm getting, this message in totality, it's just sort of like seizing the reins on your destiny, like taking control of your future, moving forward, making like a bold move in your sort of like work situation that's going to be the foundation for this like stability. Hold on a second. So, okay, so I'm going to go to the Mystical Shaman Oracle and pick, oh my gosh. So, this is going to be kind of like more of a message from this more spiritual realm. But when I did the split, I got the Corn and the Eagle. So this is really interesting. Like, I think it complements the other message really well. Like the Corn, this is a message of harvest. It's a message of abundance. It's like a message of like starting to see like the fruits of your labor, like all the seeds that you've planted have like come to blossom, you know? So it's just like, I think that kind of goes along with the whole deconstruction, reconstruction theme, you know? I mean, it's kind of like almost hard to see, because it's like the dust hasn't totally settled from all the deconstruction, but the last several years have been like really, like I think for most people, really difficult. So it's interesting because the cards are kind of saying like that we're sort of turning a corner this year, which is good, you know? And then we have the Eagle. The Eagle, this is a card of like, there's a message about like rising above the fray. I'm gonna link it here. But this is a card of having like discernment and being able to see from like a bird's eye view, like having like a higher level perspective, you know? Like the eagle flies the highest of all the birds, but yet its discernment, its vision is so clear that it can see like very fine details on the ground, you know? And this card also, like in the shamanic tradition, like speaks to this sort of like ascension, you know, like rising to the like sort of like highest rank in like the spiritual world. So it's this is really speaking to, you know, this person who's getting to work and seizing the reins of their destiny it's like they're ascending, you know, the seeds that they have planted are coming to fruition, and they're like up leveling, like they're having a major glow up, you know, like that's kind of what it says. So let's see. I'm gonna go to, what am I gonna go to? It's like I tried to pick a couple of new decks this time because I've sort of been using a lot of the same decks for a while. I'm gonna go to the Wisdom of the Oracle and see what we get here. Oh my gosh. All right, so when I did the split, we got Regeneration and we got Deep Knowing. So this is really interesting because this speaks to the whole Reconstruction theme that we were talking about. Like there's these new leaves that are starting to grow, but obviously there's been like some kind of traumatic, you know, event. But, you know, look at all the sparkles and the stars and the light starting to shine on this tree that's really just been through the ringer, you know, and it's like starting to come back to life, you know. And then we have Deep Knowing. We've got this owl here and this like this inspiration, this illumination that's coming to this person, like I think from like deep within, you know. So it's like listen to that, like listen to your guidance, because it's tapped into some like wisdom that's beyond our like own physical realm, and it's going to help us to like move through this. I mean, the Reconstruction, especially in the very beginning, I think can be really daunting, because it's like you're almost like starting from scratch, like on a new journey, which can be like intimidating, you know. But like this speaks to this leading to like great things. So I'm going to the Transient Light Tarot, and I'm going to pick a few tarot to get sort of like an on-the-ground perspective, like what 2024 has in store. Okay. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't think I've ever even gotten this card in this deck before. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck we have the Nine of Vessels. So this is a card of wishes coming true. It's a card of abundance and plenty. It's a card of good things to come, you know, but it looks kind of like a rocky road to get there from these cards. So we start out with the Five of Wands. So this is a card of conflict. This is a card of power struggles. This is a card of, you know, like not everyone being on the same page, which kind of makes sense with the deconstruction. And there's this theme that's like kind of gone along with this era of conflict, you know, that like there's almost like a bifurcation of the population. Like half of the people are going to be sort of in alignment with the future, and half of the people are sort of like hanging on to the past. And that's sort of like what the source of the conflict is, you know. But I think this is the year where the people who have kind of lined up with the future, like where it's become, the distance is going to really widen between these two camps, where it's like they're going to really break out in the front. Like I'll try to find a reading about that from way back. But you know, we're starting out the year like we're moving through this significant conflict, you know. But we have this Keeper of the Coins. This is like a Queen of Pentacles. This is an industrious, hardworking, you know, practical queen who's like, it's almost like what I just saw was like all these flames and like destruction, and then you see this Queen of Pentacles emerging from that, like kind of like unscathed, you know, like she just went through all this stuff, and but she kept her wits about her, and she like came out of it, you know. And then we have the Four of Wands, which is like a card of stability. It's like a new stable beginning. Like you can see this door opening. It's like she's coming out of this fire and she sees this opening, this door opening. So this is like the beginning of this new journey for her, but you can't really see what's on the other side of this door, you know, like, I mean, there's clearly some stability here, but then we have the Devil, which this is the card that I've never seen before. So there's like some, obviously some real toxic, icky stuff to like overcome here, you know, on the way to like, and that might be what we need to like seize the reins, you know. So it's just sort of like what I just got from, it's like, you know, the people who've been like in alignment with the future, you know, they are moving ahead, but there's gonna be like a lot of toxic stuff around them, like trying to like block it, you know. And so it's not going to be an easy path, but there is a door opening, like there is a way, you know. So I think a really important message for this year is to just like not get derailed by all this, like these toxic distractions that are all around, because like it's like you got to cut the cord on that. Like you got to realize that you have to stay focused on your own journey and not let other people's like project whatever they have going on onto your journey, you know. Like you have to stay focused on your journey, because there's deconstruction, there's reconstruction. These are like really tumultuous times, so it's going to be really easy to get derailed by all this drama that's happening if you don't like kind of stay above the fray, you know. And when I picked this up, I got the Sweat Lodge, which this is a card of like sort of like detoxing like all of the negativity and bad stuff like in your life. So it's just like, it's kind of a matter of like, I think, not engaging it and staying focused on your own journey and like keep moving forward, you know. Like that's a strong message. Keep moving forward, like one foot in front of the other, like just stay focused, keep moving. So okay, I'm gonna go to the angels and ancestors and pick a card there. But this is like, yeah, this is a really interesting message. It's like actually really positive. There's all this good stuff here, but it's not going to be easy because there's like a lot of disruption. There's a lot of antagonism, we could say, you know, like that's going to be there to like try to screw things up, you know. So, okay, I just got, okay. Okay. So we got Broken Arrow, embrace the energy of peace. Like, don't, it felt right under this conflict stuff, which is really interesting. So it's like, yeah, there's going to be some like angry haters out there, you know, and they're there, you know, like, but just embrace the energy of peace. Like, just because they're being like really horrible or, you know, like aggressive or disruptive or just crazy, you know, like it doesn't mean that you have to like embrace that energy. Like you don't have to engage. Like you can stay peaceful and keep moving forward and let them be them, you know. Like that's kind of a message that I'm getting. And then we get Heart Guardian, love and let yourself be loved, which is interesting because this fell out right under the Queen of Pentacles. this Queen of Pentacles that emerged from this like burning building, you know, like she's got this blessing, you know, and it's just like, just because there's all this conflict and toxicity around you, like don't block your heart, like be open to receive, because that's what's going to pull you forward out of this thing. So that's like a really hard thing to be aware of for people too. Like, you know, you go through something traumatic and you get shell shocked and you like kind of block yourself off from the world, you know, as like self-preservation. But it's like in this case, like you have to be open because you're you know, you're in the toxicity right now. Like you want to move forward out of the toxicity, you know. So it's kind of like fighting against yourself in a way, because it's like there is all this toxicity around and you're trying to be protecting yourself around it, but like you also have to be open to what's ahead in front of you. So like I think that's like a little area where there has to be a lot of awareness, because your instinct is going to be to like close up and like, you know, and that's not, I mean, that's not where all your energy should go. Like you need to have discernment, like, because it's a bit of a tricky catch-22 situation. So have discernment, but also just be aware when you're reacting to other people's stuff, and things that are in your environment, and claim what's yours, you know, but don't take on what's other people's. So, you know, like it's gonna take a lot of self-awareness to like move through this. But then we have Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. So this is like, it's almost like this picture of this phoenix like rising from the ashes, you know, like we've got this eagle, like, you know, rising up from this burning, flaming mess, you know. But like this person is really healing from something major, you know, and building something that's really going to serve them in the future. And I think that's kind of like the overall theme of this year. And it's like hard to see it like, you know, day to day, because like I think the deconstruction part from last year was in such slow motion that it felt like, oftentimes it felt like nothing's happening, you know. And then like it's like you have these aha moments and you realize like, oh my gosh, like there has been a shift, but it just happened so slowly that like it didn't really sink in until like, you know, it did. So all of that I'm getting. Let's see, I'm gonna pick 2 more things for the, and we'll leave it here. The Law of Attraction cards. So let's see what we get from the Law of Attraction for 2024. Oops. Okay. All right. I'm just going to take everything that sort of fell out. Okay. I know who I really am. You are an extension of non-physical energy. You are indeed an extension of that which we are. We are known as teacher, and we are known as Abraham, and we are together because of our matching intentions and desires. So that's interesting. It's really important to be authentic and listen to your inner knowing. The Law of Attraction is my life's basis. Look at this. This is the foundation for the reconstruction. Since the Law of Attraction is the basis of your experience, an understanding of it is essential to living life on purpose. In fact, an understanding of the Law of Attraction is essential to living the life of joy that you came forth to live. So bear that in mind. That is the foundation. It's interesting that these are both kind of like yellow. Be authentic. and you're gonna attract what you need to reconstruct this debacle into your new beautiful life beyond your wildest dreams. Okay, so I'm going to go to the star seed. Okay, I just opened it and this is kind of what came out. Wait, it's not time yet. Things are being woven. So I think that's a message of like co-creating with the divine, you know, like, you know, don't try to force an outcome. Like, it's just one step at a time, listening to your, you know, intuition and like, and following one step at a time, you know, trust your higher guidance because that's what's going to keep you above the fray of like all the crazy conflict in the environment. And then we have all paths lead home, inner authority, inner intuition, turn your gaze within. And look at this. It's just like, it's interesting. We have these stones and then there's these circles that go around it. So like what I just got from that is that this year, 2024, is like a ground zero year. Like it's not like a real like outward extension. It's very foundational. Like we're just building the foundation for this new life that has all this potential, you know, but it doesn't, Rome wasn't built in a day. Like it doesn't all have to happen right now, you know. Like what's the most important is you being in alignment with your authentic self, listening to your intuition and your guidance and your, you know, higher guidance, because this year is the beginning of this new era. So it's really important to take your time and build a really solid foundation that's not going to be disrupted by all this crazy and chaos that's around, you know. So like I think what just came to me is like it's really important to stay in this state of peace and harmony as you weave this together, and to be really aware of not having your intentions disrupted by other people's chaos and drama and whatever. Like as long as you stay in alignment with this, like you're good. Like that's the solid foundation, you know. So just like this is like very like root chakra, like grounding energy, you know. And so it's like not, it's not a time for like moving fast. I mean, we have this bold move in here, and I think from this it's like be bold and be authentic and be in alignment with yourself, you know, despite whatever's happening around you. But it's not like trying to do a million things in one day, you know. Like it's just like trust your guidance, listen here, and just keep moving forward. Like be intentional and keep moving forward. But it's not a hurry. Like this whole year is about building a strong foundation. So I hope this is helpful to someone. I'm not sure if I'm going to be super consistent with doing the readings. I just like doing them, but I'll probably do one in the next day or two for the month of January, and then we'll just see what happens from there. So happy New Year.